Off the Atlantic coast, there stood a lighthouse that had watched the ocean for more than 100 years. Every morning, the keeper followed the same routine, checking the light, the radio, and the old mechanical systems that kept the tower alive. Nothing ever changed here. The sea was calm, the wind predictable. The world felt stable. But on this particular day, something began to shift. The sky started changing faster than normal weather should allow. Clouds gathered in unnatural speed, darkening the horizon. The keeper noticed it first. The wind didn't just get stronger. It felt heavy, almost wrong. Inside the lighthouse, the radio suddenly turned on by itself. Static filled the room with no explanation. Far out over the ocean, lightning struck without thunder. Then, the lighthouse light began to flicker, as if something unseen was interfering with it. Within minutes, the storm arrived fully, violent, overwhelming, swallowing everything in its path. And through the chaos, a voice came from the radio.
Is anyone left?
But it wasn't clear.
Is anyone left?
It wasn't human.
Don't
And then,
answer.
everything went silent. The next morning, the ocean was calm again. The storm had disappeared, as if it never existed, but something felt wrong. A team of investigators was sent to the lighthouse to understand what had happened. When they arrived, everything looked untouched. No damage, no broken structures, no sign of struggle, just silence. Inside, the lighthouse felt abandoned, like it had been emptied in a single moment. On a wooden table, they found a journal, but every page showed the same date, written again and again, repeating without explanation. Deeper inside, they reached the radio room. Even though the power
Coordinate
system was
7
completely
Alpha.
offline,
Underneath
static began
the floor,
again.
closing.
And then the radio turned on. It spoke, not clearly,
Wait, this
but
cannot be
deliberately.
right.
As if something was trying to communicate from somewhere it shouldn't exist. The investigators froze. The message wasn't random. It felt like it had been waiting. They moved deeper into the lighthouse,
Do you read
floor
me?
by floor,
We are coming
step
back.
by step. The structure echoed with their footsteps, but slowly, it became clear they were not alone. Doors moved slightly on their own. Corridors felt longer than they should be, and somewhere above them, footsteps echoed back, but no one was there. Then
Did you
the
see
lighthouse
that?
light turned on by itself.
What is that thing?
Its beam started rotating across the ocean like it had been activated by something inside the tower. Night fell quickly. The investigation continued in silence. The radio spoke again, this time clearer, almost like a warning. One of
How
the
did this happen?
investigators walked
No one's
into the
been here for
darkness
years.
and never returned. No sound, no struggle, just
Starting on the
absence.
second floor.
And finally, the
Copy
drone
that, I'm below
camera
you.
pulled away from the lighthouse. The building stood silent again. Dark, still, empty. But then, the radio crackled one last time. A whisper came through the
Coordinate
static.
7
They never
Alpha.
left.
Underneath the floor, closing.